Being a facilitator does not mean you're a nanny. Let's get that straight. Because I see a lot of people who are supposed to be facilitators, helping children with additional needs in the classroom. I see them not knowing what to do. The fact that you're a school facilitator does not mean you're a nanny. You're not there to just sit down and be watching the child like a security guard. You're there to actually support that child. For example, for children who have issues with following class routine, your duty there is not to support the class teacher to help that child navigate through daily activities in class. When the child is learning, new concept is being introduced by the class teacher. Your own is to now take that concept and reinforce it privately. You're not there to help the child copy notes. You're not there to do the child's work in the classroom. You're there to guide the child to do the work. So your job is to guide that child to navigate class activities, class routine, class work, and all that. Okay, not to do it for the child. If the child needs to wash hands, encourage the child to get on the line, join their peers, and wait for their turn. Your job is not to take the child, then skip the line, and then wash the child's hands, and then return the child back to class. You have missed it. Some children, they don't really know how to move to reading. They don't know how to coordinate physical movement, especially when it's a structured physical activity where you have to follow instructions step by step. Like when the coach says, hands up, hands down, turn around, jump up, stomp your feet. By the time the coach is giving instruction and every other child is doing it, your child may have missed out the whole instruction that have been given. Yours is not reinforcing the instruction that was given may not have gotten to your students. Your student may only be hearing the first instruction, jump, but every other thing the child is no longer in hearing, or the child may only hear the last instruction, stomp your feet. So that is why you have to guide the child. And trust me, you don't have to pressurize the child to do it every step by step in the same speed that every other child is doing. So yours is to stand and then reinforce the instructions step by step. No pressure, no rushing, nothing. You're just there to ensure that step by step the child is doing it. There's nothing like your mates are doing it, you need to be fast now. That is why you're there to facilitate the cooperation and encourage the child to participate in what is happening. It may not necessarily be at the same pace or at the same timing. So that is your job as a facilitator. You cannot be facilitating a child and then you're operating your phone, especially if you're handling children that are very active. Something may have happened the seconds that you look down to press your phone. A child that is very active would have taken off and you will not know. You need to understand these things so that when you get corrected by your superiors, you don't get offended, because if you understand how alert you should be, phone is the last thing you want to carry when you are not a staff of that school, when you are just a facilitator, when you don't know which child or whose child is given permission to be featured in videos or pictures. You just say that video because a student is there. You start videoing people's children. You will not only put the school in trouble, you yourself will be in serious trouble. There are certain rules and regulations that governs different environments. You can't just come because you feel, oh, you are a therapist, you're a facilitator, you know it all, and then you start doing things out of context. And there are people that you won't go into the environment to do the same thing. So why are you doing it in an environment where they don't really bother you? Why can't you use, your discretion? This year, I expect a change of behavior. These children have gone on holiday and they, enjoyed themselves, and they are coming with new behaviors that will require new techniques. So you need to read up, check up on your students and know how they're doing, so that when they come in first day of resumption, you are prepared to handle them. First day of resumption, do not expect so much from your students. It's not the day you should start teaching. It's not the day you want to correct all the behaviors that the child came with. It's not the day you want to do all the revision that you have not done last term. It's not the day to start getting firm and redirecting behavior back to back. It's not the right time to make your students upset. first day of resumption is a day to bond. Set the tone right. Play with the child, smile with the child, just be interested in the child, follow the child's lead, try to study the child that first day of resumption.